The dark night sky in Bangkok. All underway.
Oh, I'm excited about this game, Steve. I really am. I'm fascinated to see how Thailand in particular are going to approach the football Oregon. You see Japan on the attack.
Just parried away by
half an hour warm-up on the pitch. Their touch should be right there, but that's been the tell. This was the chance earlier, coming from a short corner, and they got outnumbered 2v.
That man is already seeing how much pressure is Sider on, and that's the first goal. A header. That is a bitter blow for the Thais. Don't forget they lost their first game, but there was no barking there, John, anywhere.
Diving header, Genki Haraguchi. Look, first time delivery. It's so difficult to defend against when quality comes in early. Goalkeeper defenders taken completely out of the equation. And look at this angle. Diving header.
Sakai plays the ball directly forward, very well shielded. And the ball comes across the face of the goal. That was a real opportunity missed.
Watanabe, I don't know where he went then. I think he went for...
Oh, really? Just... It's like a different player, isn't it?
Completely different player.
Now, what's happening here for Thailand? Is there a chance? Again, harried off the ball. Out it. Sakai on the other side of the field was in acres of space. Clipped ball in. It's over. Oh, and it was in there from Haraguchi.
Well, decent first touch from Genki Haraguchi. Just makes himself
it's just difficult for them to settle on the ball and create anything. Another lofted ball that's somewhat hopeful. No more than a 50-50 chance for Asano to get it, although he did manage to win it, but again it was a long ball into the box that risked possession. A bit scrappy over there, but Honda finds Asano. Honda again gets it on his left foot. Oh, deflected, and the goalkeeper had to act sharp.
Doesn't have the greatest amount of pace, but wonderful touch and vision. And as he strikes this, it's not
to play a short ball and find feet. And they've lost possession far too much with the hoisted ball. For now, though, Yamaguchi on the far side finds Sakai. Up goes Honda, and again well saved. And the rebound passed
from Chanatip Songkrasin when he got the ball. This was the header from Honda. See nothing wrong with the header, really. It's just a world-class save from Cowan. We see him do that. Oh.
Now, can they get enough men up here to cause a little bit of bother? Left-footed, lofted very high and deep, and it really just wasn't accurate enough.
Just to put pace in.
It'll need to be better quality than if free kick was. Again, it's long and high and wide and to nobody in particular, and it's pretty poor.
Taken over from the great Toshi Nakata.
Now through ball here, and it's a rough household effort there. Number 8, Haraguchi, the goal scorer, is showing himself to be a little bit stronger and perhaps get a little more confidence. It was really run ragged by Sakai in the first half. But as you said, it's going to be a game he remembers.
Certainly, he's grown.
This is dangerous for Thailand. Ball's under their feet. The Japanese can't quite get the shot off. It's all 6s and 7s in there. Very messy, and it just
attack. He spins around. This is the comedy football period here. Oh, then they're calling for a foul.
This first 10 minutes has gone compared to the first half. Here's Honda for Japan, and on the overlap is a very busy... Oh, and this must go! How could he have missed that one?
Well, this all came about from a chip ball in the midfield area to Chanatip Songkrasin. Got cut out. Honda plays that through.
It was he that was off. It was 18.
Fantastic stuff.
That's a good header, and Honda's shot again well saved by the goalkeeper. It was a fine header though, but not for the first time. Corwin equal to the attempt.
Well, it was a great save initially to get down, and
just a half an hour drive away from the very centre of Bangkok, if the traffic's anything like as good as it can be. Now Kagawa on his left foot, and again the goalkeeper stops him.
Goalkeeper performance away to the Samurai Blue in Japan. Just no way past. Singapore got a draw on that night.
This because they're not able to create anything up front. It's a real shame that that one goal was conceded, because they could quite easily have come away with a draw given the goalkeeper's performance, and well, that was offside. It wasn't called. Thailand in this second half a couple of times. Japan have been caught offside. Takes a bit of discipline to do that, and no little do. There was so much space on the right, but once again the ball was so far away from the feet of a teammate. It's a big problem for Thailand. It's been their undoing going forward, and now Thailand go forward and they're undoing.
They get the ball in the midfield area, they pop the passes around beautifully. The build-up play, no problem with it.
Kagawa on the edge of the box, well hassled by Chapui. Now right foot shot deflected, and again the goalkeeper effort from Haraguchi took a deflection through, and there's not much.
Rather like you, Steve. Not many people know that. They're all hidden.
Now here's a chance for Thailand. What can they do with it? The first touch was good. The goalkeeper stayed between John Tirasil. If he'd have taken that, they could well be in line for a point. Did he save it with his face?
Well, I tell you, Yoshi.
There is Yamaguchi. Naoki Sakai again finds Honda, who's got space there. There's someone over there on the left-hand side. It's Sakai with the ball in, and that's a free header, and it's just wide of the post.
At the end, it's a good ball in from Sakai, searching ball, but it's neither a header towards the back post or a sneak
far post. You may have seen there the rain now coming down quite heavily again. Oh, and here's the chance now, and a defensive error has surely now cost them the game. Japan through.
They probably deserve to be further goals ahead. There's a little bit of breathing space now. Disappointed for Thailand, of course. Better with that, but he's had such a fantastic game. It's a straight ball over the top, and Tanaboon got caught under it. Not a great contact, but it counts. It's in the back of this. I mean, it really must. The relief on some of the Japanese fans' faces is there to see. But even then, run of goal, and defensively, midfield, I thought they were decent, but they have missed Sarach so much.
Bokal. Well, that was a hopeful shot, but at least it was an effort. Intelligently to Tristan Doe, though. Now they start to sweep the ball about with a little bit of confidence, and that's a decent ball in. It was a poor touch from Tristan Doe. And physicality. Oh, now a defensive error. And it's all a bit comical there.
Gnarly, wouldn't it? Little half opening there for Terasil Danga. His first touch wasn't good enough.
His thoughts, though, now very much with Japan, who look as if they're on their way to their first 3 points of this Group B encounter. Now, a bit of mix-up between defender and goal. Chatong there. We said that he was probably there for his physical presence, and he did good work there, just getting ahead of the goalkeeper, who then went clattering into him. And here's the cross in. It's another poor one. Didn't find anybody. It was whipped in low.
There to make a name for himself.
Go with Tiwaton again from the dead ball. Fourth chance for the young man. Again, couldn't find a blue shirt offensively for Thailand since he came on the field. Should be a bit of an eye-opener perhaps for Kietisak. There's going to be a yellow card.
It's a red, Steve.
Oh, it's a red. Poglas seen red.
Unbelievable. So the substitute bracket, moments coming on, his second yellow. Rash challenge, and he's for a spell. See Asami come on, a former Bundesliga player. Early part of his career he spent it at Bayern Munich.
Here he is in possession now, just getting it onto his right foot, perhaps getting a shot off.
He's trying to find that far post.
Oh, and it wasn't for the evening. Well, they came here with a lot of hope after having been controversially ousted from their first game.
This scoreline could have been a lot more. Yes, Terasil Danga had a chance, a one-on-one that perhaps he midfield area that we expect from Thailand. Professional performance from Japan.
At the Rajamangala Stadium, they have gone down to Japan 2-0. First points on the board for Japan. They lost their opener to the UAE by 2-1. So Vahid Halihodzic's first points for